Okay, here we go. Varsity action. Cedar Rapids, the Rough Riders, Des Moines Oak Leafs in Cedar Rapids on a Saturday. Big games for both teams, Coach.
Yeah, these are a really big game. With Cedar Rapids just trying to stay kind of where they're at. They're still chasing. They're fifth right now, and there's a little bit of separation between the top four and then the next four. And so Cedar Rapids, they're sitting at 5, want to just kind of contain right there. And then the Oak Leafs, who are sitting at 8, want to stay at 8, and inch forward, and not let Quad City. So try to get some separation from Quad Cities, who dropped a couple from Lincoln, which helped us. So we just need to stay ahead of that.
Leafs are going to be working from left to right in all blue. Blue Breezers, blue tops, white and gold numbers, Cedar Rapids. Black Breezers, white and green with black numbers. And that's Hobbs, the captain. He sets sail with May. May to Dunn and a couple quick feeds. That's May, the left-hander from Valley. Looks to shovel it. Goes into the corner. Trap now and will break the zone. Stern off the back of his blade. Tries to confront it. Pesky effort by the Cedar Rapids defenseman. Now they both go sailing in and onto the left-hander. The goaltender today is Aiden Zimmerman. The upstart freshman. Found himself way in the lineup. Done a nifty job for the Leafs. And here they come, the boys in blue, from left to right. They wave that one off. It's going to go all the way back to the goaltender where they'll check it. Circle and look, and Cedar Rapids comes from right to left. They look to break the zone. Confronted, centering pass. Handler the last to swipe at it. Unable to do so, and here comes Cedar Rapids. 2-on-2. Broken up, confronted by Warwick. Support given by Merrick. Now Merrick has it on the right side of his stick in the front of his blade. They ask for the blue, he'll get it. Almost gives it up. Good no. Checks to center ice. Nothing doing. And the Leafs will have to dig it out from left to right. But before they do that, we'll get an icing call and a stop and play. Coach, what are the keys for the Leafs in this one? Cedar Rapids can be pesky.
Yeah, the big thing is Aiden Zimmerman coming in and making sure he's on top of his game. And then we support in front of him as Cedar Rapids has 5 guys that are double-digit scorers, and one of them being Rast, who's their leading scorer, and then number 44, Hullaby. You want to keep those two at bay, but they have 5 guys. We have 3 guys who are double-digit scorers, and we know who they are for us, but they have 5, and so that means 2 lines deep, and so we got to be able to contain all of that.
Be some defensive back-checking at a premium, if you will. This is Cedar Rapids. They work to the wing. They escape on a good outlet to the blue. They'll get the red. They'll race to the blue with speed. Just inside their offensive zone. Tucked and thwarted momentarily by Merrick. Now sputters aside. Kick to the side where Zimmerman watches out the right side of his blade. Orwick as well. Back they go into the corner. Cedar Rapids in control. 15-minute mark here in the very first period. No score. Tapped, sent to the right side, the left side of Zimmerman. But to no avail. Chopped into the air now behind the net. Sloppy gathering there, but the Leafs are able to pluck it out of the zone. Dunn's able to get a stick on it and force it back in there just on sheer effort. Now he's back in it again, the racy one, where Hobbs picks up the pieces. The dangerous one, Dorfield, the rock star, sends one into a defenseman's shins, and back they come on a stern effort into the offensive zone. See if the forecheck of the Leafs can pick up the pieces here. I'm trying to sort that one out, Coach.
Yeah, that one was a dump in, went right on Zimmerman, got kind of ricocheted off of his stick up around his pad, and then trickled into the back of the net. So just a weird, funky goal there. Not the way you want to start.
(1-0) Cedar Rapids at the 14:22 mark here in the first. Barton will center the puck. He has Kelty and Goodnow to his right and left. Stern and Dorfield on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs in the ice as the Leafs are down 1-0 here. early in the first period in Cedar Rapids. Checked ahead by Stern. Barton looks to continue on. Unable to do so. Tapped head now. Poked by Kelty and then sent back in off the back of his blade as he goes to work. Back by the net. Unable to continue on. Persistent forecheck by the Leafs, just missing. Goodenow able to get a last stick on it. They're at least pesky enough to thwart the Cedar Rapids outbreak, but now they're finally able to do it along the wing, and they'll send it on a racer all the way in. They've borrowed too many lines, and we have a stop and play at the 13:46 mark.
Yeah, last time we were here, Hullaby, number 44, who's their, penalty getter, if you want to say, has the most penalty minutes of anybody out on the ice, and he took a checking from behind in a major, and he was out for that for the remainder of the game, and they were able to find a 6-3 victory without Cedar Rapids having that resource. But tonight, I'm sure that they'll have that resource, and so how do we contain him and Rast all together?
Cedar Rapids controls in their offensive zone. Broken up a back check by Mink. Mink along the wing now. He'll tuck it in. Awkward bounce. Get some weird bounces here on this short side, looks like. Both sides, for that matter.
Right.
Puck comes right up back in front. Will garner an offensive zone face-off with the Leafs at the 13:21 mark here. In the very first period, they find themselves down 1-0 early, as the JV did as well. They were able to come back, get themselves a 4-2 victory, but the whole first period in that JV game was Cedar Rapids Rough Riders. Changed quickly as the game went on. See if the Leafs can follow suit here in the varsity action. Tucked, sent, red line, blue, snapper, Zimmerman, unable to contain it. Now he will. He'll slide over with his glove. He'll put a fork in it. Get a defensive zone face-off. It'll happen to his left at the 13:01 mark here in the first period.
I was just looking up some scores around the league. Okoboji gets their first varsity victory tonight, beating Mason City 2-1 in Okoboji. So what an exciting time for them this part of the season, kind of continuing to working hard. So mark that date in your calendars.
Yeah, I read some articles on that at some time this week about that group of kids and what they've had to endure, and it's never easy to be on your back in every fight that you have.
Right.
I mean, but eventually you land a punch and you get one, and they did. So good for them. And they took Mason out, and they are on our radar, coming up very quickly in a very important game. How that all plays, I'm not sure. It's Stern, the right-hander. Caught traffic in front. Sent furthermore by Hobbs. Scrum behind the back of the net where it kicks aside. Dorfield pinches. He's still on the right wing there. Seeing if he can get something done. Unable to. A shovel along. Gathered and controlled off the back of the blade by Dunn. But here comes Cedar Rapids as they work in their offensive zone. Just under 12 minutes here in the very first period. Dunn with a nifty feed to Hobbs. Hobbs with a nice dance to the blue. Wanted to get May free, unable to. Borrowed too many lines. We'll get an icing call and a stop and play at the 11:47 mark.
Yeah, so just kind of the flow of the game is just kind of nothing really for either side. We just had that one fluky goal. No one's fault, but just angles and ricochets off boards and all those type of things. So it looks like we're starting to settle in and get things moving. So how do our number 2 and number 3 lines adjust and making sure that we're corralling and know exactly who's on the ice so we can make sure we have sticks and bodies on them.
Dorfield wrestles in the corner. Now skated. Unable to break the zone again and dumped back in by Cedar Rapids. High off the glass. They'll work on an awkward bounce behind the net. Front slot, look out. Teed up, Zimmerman. Right in the sternum in the gut. Swallowed that thing up. Stop and play at the 11:19 mark here. 1-0 lead Rough Riders.
Yeah, it looks like, Cedar Rapids just kind of, they got 2 of their 5 on one line and 2 of their top scorers on another line and another top scorer on their third line. So just kind of rotating those things through. You just got to recognize which one's the most lethal. And right now, I think it's the one that's out on the ice with Hollaby and Rast.
Recognition is key, isn't it, at this point, Coach?
I believe so. I always wanted our guys to know, make sure you know exactly who's on the ice and what their tendencies are. If you know what their tendencies are and what they like to do, try to take those things away.
It's Merritt, Goodnow, Cooker, Warwick, and Hender. There's 5 Leafs on the ice as they look to break the zone. Slot, still in front. Ariel, center ice. No one able to run under it. Gathered and controlled by Cedar Rapids. Now they're in front dangerously, short side. Good save by Zimmerman. That was an awkward save. He had to get down quickly and cut off the glove side on his low side. He did so. Earmark that one at the 10-20 mark. You don't want to go down 2-0 here to a team that needs one at home. Zim didn't let it happen. Good work, AZ. Gathered, caught inside the blue line. Danced, no one to dance with, now they go back. Cedar Rapids looks like they're playing some pretty confident hockey at this point. Tap the mark, furthermore, one more Hobbs, look out. One-timer! What a feed from Hobbs. Made the extra pass. He could have done that several ways. Chose the extra pass, didn't work out. Now the Leafs will try it again. Easily the Leafs' best look, maybe in this game, at the 9:40 mark in the first, Coach. I don't know if I've seen a better one for them.
Yeah, and that was a great play, and I think that's the right play. I think moving the puck on that one was the correct one. I don't think he had a clear shot, and a shot to at least be able to create a rebound for the backside. So I think just shuffling it over, get the goalie to move that way was the best option.
Dunn with a good catch and feed. The racing one, May. Front of the net, that was a juicy rebound. No one there to pick it up. That was a good catch and release by Dunn. Maybe the Leafs are starting to click. We certainly hope so. 9-minute mark in the first period. They're down 1-0. Sent along. Gathered and controlled by Hobbs. Sort of, and momentarily, and now given up by Cedar Rapids. Look like they're playing with a little confidence. They'll race it along the left wing and they'll dump it in. They'll continue on. Warwick closest to the puck. He stabs and snares, unable to get it. Now shoveled along the boards where Warwick has it again. Warwick plays a short one, giving up. Now dump back in. Now Cedar Rapids has numbers. Great pass was thwarted by Dorfield. Front of the net again. Another thwart by Dorfield and a good save by Zimmerman. Good thwart by Dorfield. Good catch by Dorfield. Good save by Zimmerman. Keeps this at a 1-0 game. Stop and play 26.
Yeah,
the first.
And right now, here's where we need to take advantage. With the line that the Cedar Rapids has out right now, not as talented as the first two. And so, can you get a clearing break and then be able to get something quick on net? Oh, now that I say that, they come and attack us, and so.
Well, you got to play defense. 8:17 mark here. The first period, Cedar Rapids goes up 2-0, and just exactly how you didn't want this one to go. It has already, and someone on that bench for the Boys and Blues is going to have to find some moxie and force their way back into this one.
Yeah, that one was just created. Cedar Rapids just basically, outmanned us and wanted the puck, and we weren't able to get their sticks up and get things to the corners where we need them to go.
Hobbs centers it, sends a flyer to Dunn. He can race it. Wanted Hobbs in the give and go. Unable to get it. Hobbs looks, deals, unable to get there as well. Broken up by Cedar Rapids. They work along their left wing as their goalie looks at it. Shovel along in their left wing again as their goalie looks at it. They start to break the zone. One-timer chance. Great feed to Hobbs. That's a good save by the Cedar Rapids goaltender. He had to sprawl, go to his left, use his blocker, able to do so on a good shot by Hobbs. Behind the net, one-timer. Front again, look out, backhand is available. Borwood now looks to gain advantage in the defensive zone, unable to do so. Now Warwick will gather the puck and skate it. Warwick will skate it more. The red, he'll ask for the blue. He'll take it wide to the right. The circle play short side shot. Goaltender really lost track of that one. To his wheels goes Stern. He's able to keep it in. Sale into his own bench, and now Cedar Rapids will work from right to left. Stern looks. Will chuck it all the way back around and give it up to the defensive team, the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders. Shoveled ahead. Unable to get there is Cooker. Front of the net. Sent back across the crease. Now stabbed and sent furthermore along. Cedar Rapids is quicker to the puck than the boys in the blue right now. Sent off the glass into rests with a whistle. Stop and play at the 6:45 mark. 2-0 Cedar Rapids.
Yeah, right now I think the Cedar Rapids goaltender looks on his game.
Yeah.
The last time we were here, we were able to get 6 on him, and I think that was kind of an off game for him. We just got to continue to be able to test him, but he is leaving some rebounds there that we're just not getting to, or we're not anticipating being there. So we just got to continue to look for those.
Sent around by Stern. Confronted momentarily by Cooker. Slid all the way across. A laser went underneath Zimmerman's chin there. He watched it sail to his right. Hender looks to dig it out. Mink looks to help as well. Mink's able to break the zone. Sent back to the red line. Gathering a good catch by Goodnow. Able to at least send it to another line. The Leafs look like they've changed some things up in their offensive line arrangement. Trying to spark something, get something to go. I think coach is with me. Oh, they got him. They got to find someone that plays some defense is the issue.
Yep. And Ras just kind of snuck down there, just kind of let people work down. And once we got a little bit of control, we went to the backside, and all of our feet are pointing towards the puck. And we're all playing on one side. Ras is going to take advantage of that. He's going to recognize that, sneak up behind you. You don't know he's there. Put the puck in front, and he's just going to get a nice one-time shot. You're not the leading scorer of a team unless you know kind of how to finagle around in the offensive zone.
Merrick in a defensive spot to Kelty along the wing. Kelty looks short side. Great rebound. Goodnow unable to gather it. Back comes Cedar Rapids. Gathering control again by Merrick as he forces it back in. Trapped and sent furthermore in. Cedar Rapids looks to break the zone. They're able to do so. Now they've got a man free along the wing. Feed was a little bit long and late. Merrick controls, sends it all the way back along. Trying to gather it was Kelty. He's unable to do so. They'll sail all the way back in. So, Coach, you've been, well, maybe you haven't, but, you got to get yourself off the bottom of the pile here. I mean, I don't know about you, but I've taken more punches than I should have. And
right.
Tried to make my way back into it, and it's a tricky situation.
It is. The thing is, you just got to continue to play. It's still the first period. It's 3-0 game. You just got to find a way not to give up more and start hanging your heads. You just got to get a little bit of grit and find a way to get one. If you can find a way to get one, then the other one, the next one's easy. The first one's the hard one. If you're able to get that next one, you make it a 2-goal game. Now that adds a little bit more pressure and get some momentum going on your side.
Need someone to shake something up. Merrick short side shot. He's playing the point for the Leafs tonight. 14. Playing in defensive spot and now lost. Given up by Warwick. He'll have to gather. Circle look again. Different look for the Leafs. Scott Long is shifting the lineup a little bit. Looking for that right combination to make it down the stretch for the Leafs. That's tackled and sent. Finds its way into the back of the net, the 4:33 mark here in the first period. And Cedar Rapids is up 4-0, and that will prompt a goalie change for the Leafs.
Yeah.
Jack Evans moves into net for the Oak Leafs.
Yeah, I think it's time for a little bit of a shake-up there and see what Jack can do coming in. And sometimes that sparks the guys in front, battling those things back. But we'll see what difference that makes here with 4.5 minutes to go. We need to be able to find one before the end of this period.
Yeah. Hender, Mink, and Cooker on the front line. Stern and Dorfield on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs in the ice as they move from left to right. Cedar Rapids does a 2-on-1 again with a great feed. Just went below the legs, unable to gather it. Mink on a back check trying to pick it up. Last stand, too much looking again. Looking to get it out of the zone. Teed up, point blank. Good save by Evans, stood it down. Mink able to force it to the red line, but no further. Stern, the right-hander. Just past the red line. Tapped in by Cooker. Like to get the puck on his stick if you can. Just doesn't happen automatically, does it?
No.
A lot of things have to happen on both ends of the ice to make that go down. Mink forces to the red. Now trapped along just in front of us and to our right. 4-0 game. I don't think any of us saw this coming. Leafs down to Cedar Rapids, looking to dig themselves out of a big hole. Taking some big touches, a couple awkward goals, but also some good Cedar Rapids forechecking, let's be honest. Have contributed to this lead. Sent in by Kelty, looks to dance. No one to dance with. Is sent inside and sent along to our Mink. It's Warwick. He'll send it all the way back in. Front of the net. One-timer.
There it is.
They got it.
Oh,
they're going to call it off. At the 2:40 mark in the first, a much-needed goal from the Leafs is going to be called off. I think it's because the net was off its kilters, Coach. What do you see on that one?
I don't know if the net was even off because they went over and touched it. It didn't look like it was off, but let's see what they say. That's what they said. Didn't look like it to me, but hey, I'm not down there, so I'm up here in the sky.
Right. Hobbs, May, and Dunn on the front line, Stern and Dorfield on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs on the ice as they move from left to right in all blue. Blue, gold numbers. Cedar Rapids right to left. Black Breezers, white tops, and black numbers. They got the 4-0 lead, and they're at home, and it's looking really good for them right now in the first period.
Yeah, especially when they score 5 goals a game. They're at 4 right now. Now they're at 5. They're just kind of just doing what they want to here on their ice, and we're not doing anything to stop the bleeding. Now, what you're looking at is you got to start looking in the mirror and saying, okay, what am I going to do? What are we going to do? And start kind of building off. Don't hang your head. You continue to work hard. We've seen a lot of things happen. You got to start with one. And right now we're chasing. We're not dictating the game. We're chasing what Cedar Rapids is doing. They're making us do things we don't normally do.
Shovel chance. Snapper, one-timer. Unable to get there, was done. Yeah, you start looking at the Vegas odds in this one, and something I don't think anyone saw exactly. Tapped in by May. Small battles now. Leafs could really use one at least now before the end of the first. Try to gain some momentum, take them into the second and third. Minute and a half left to go in the first. The Leafs are down 5-0 to Cedar Rapids. Tapped in by Cougar. Played along the wall. Back of the blade by Mink, front of the blade by Cougar. They'll at least send it in. 1:10 left to go. First period. 12-5 shots on goal. Favor of the Rough Riders. Corner to go. Well, giving up now front. Look out, they're still there. Tackled. Pretty nice play and a back check there by the Leafs. Able to at least forward an effort there in front of that net. Tucked to the point. Sent. High into the air. Kind of an awkward aerial. That made its way all the way over the net. Front side again, they're still there. The Cook will slap it to the point and get it past the point. 30 seconds and counting here in a dismal first period for the boys in blue. Not what we expected. Stern looks to pinch, unable to do so. Catch behind the net. Cedar Rapids looks to salt away a very effective first. Goodnow sails into the goal. Front now gathered, momentarily controlled. No late swap, 10-9 seconds left to go. Played to open ice where Stern controls. Sends off the right side of his blade, 3-2-1. And the Leafs need to have some discussion. They're going to end the first period down 5-0 in perhaps their worst period played this year.
Yeah. And I'd also give some credit to Cedar Rapids. I think that
good point.
They probably played one of the better periods they've played all year.
Good point, Coach. My bad.
So,
yep.
Kind of go both directions. Coming in this game, I knew it was going to be a tough game for the Oak Leafs. Cedar Rapids being 16-7, and just on that opposite side of that 4-5 place, things were going to have to go right, and nothing did. In the first period, and so you start getting that first goal goes in. It was kind of a funky goal. You're like, kind of takes the wind out of you, and then the second one, and then all of a sudden you're trying to get something in, and then you give up a third one, and then all of a sudden you get a goal, but the net's off, and then they get a couple more. So now you're looking at, okay, now what do we do? You just got to continue to battle and continue to improve. And I don't know if the whole week off and not having games last weekend, you kind of out of routine, getting back into the routine of what's happening. So, going into the second period, if it was me, I would just start rotating my lines and seeing, mixing things up, seeing things of what can work, and because you're gonna have to battle this team at the end of the year tournament.
The net's off is a big one because it's 4-1. But that still doesn't replace the fact that it's 12-5 shots on goal.
Exactly.
And you've been outplayed for the most part.
Yep.
We're going to get a scrape, come back for the second and third. Dan Kinney, Andrew Ray, this is Des Moines Oak Leafs hockey. on the air. Second period, my bad. Jeez. Kind of wishing for the third, but we still had a chance to get back in this. Des Moines Oakleaf's down 5-0, folks.
I'd like to have a restart.
Yeah, me too. Just reset something. But they got 5 goals they have to somehow overcome if they're going to get back into it. I think you get out of this one 5-2, right, or 5-3. I mean, that's kind of the way you got to do it, right, Coach?
Right. Coming into this game and looking at the result, a win was going to be great, to be huge 2 points. It kind of gets you some separation from Quad Cities, but a loss doesn't knock you out. It's not a must win where you don't win this one and the end of the year tournament is out of the picture. We had some help from Lincoln sweeping Quad Cities, which I didn't expect. I thought they might split. So Lincoln doing that gave us a little bit of separation, and so we can afford to make a few mistakes along the way, but we don't want to get in a habit of scores like this.
So Leafs going to work from right to left. That's Hobbs with the puck in his defensive zone. Want to get done free, unable to do so, and back they'll look to dig it out again. Behind the goaltender now, Jack Evans entered the game late in the first period. It's done. Left-hander from Dowling. Crossing around, wanted to get May, unable to get May. Now they look to tackle it, sent by Cedar Rapids. They got nothing but time and space on their side. Leafs need to be the ones forcing it, making it go down. Steered aside by Warwick as he drives into the corner. Now he tackles it behind his own net. Dunn looks to escape it. Unable to do so. Chopped by Hobbs. Flutters to the point. Gathered in the slot. Now controlled by the Leafs. They'll skate it. And they got Dunn free on the left wing. Unable to get it. Cedar Rapids looks to break the zone. Long outlet. Tackled and gathered by Stern. He'll send it back in and dump and chase. Hender closest to the puck. Unable to get there, and back comes Cedar Rapids. Now they're free on the right wing. Wanted Evans in the 5-hole. Jack closed it up. Good save there. 15:41 mark. Cedar Rapids controls again in their defensive zone. They play catch. They gather the blue. They ask for the red. They get it. They get the blue again. Along the wing. Kicked aside by Evans into the corner as he looks at it to his right. Front. Slot. Chance short side. Evans forced to smother it. It'll be an offensive zone face-off for Cedar Rapids at the 15:18 mark here in the second period. Leafs down 5-0.
Yeah, just looking for that little spark and a little bit of flow to the game, and Cedar Rapids has all the flow going for them, and we're just not finding it quite yet. Just things turning the puck over a little bit too much and kind of bouncing off our stick and not going in the direction we need it to go.
Back behind the net as Evans looks at it. Kick to the wing. Able to poke it outside the zone. Try to chase it down was Hender. Unable to do so. Now plucked and sent along the wing. Centering pass. Thwarted by Mink to Hender. Hender will dump it in. He caught traffic before he could. Mink tries to finish the duty. Unable to as well. Cedar Rapids controls on the nifty outlet to the red line. Caught, sent off the back of the blade in. They'll dump and chase. They lead on the big board 5-0. They're leading shots on goal 15-5. It's been all Cedar Rapids. Don't kid yourself. This is Tyler May. Centering pass, he wanted Hobbs. Puck's lost momentarily. No one able to pick it up. Now we got a whistle and a stop and play. Someone's going to go to the box, coach. Sort this one out for me. Hopefully we got one man. Yeah,
we do have a one man. It's going to be Cedar Rapids getting a penalty, 2 minutes for tripping as May was going hard in the net, and then we were able to, I think it was Hobbs going on the weak side, got taken down. So we'll go up on a power play here, and we're converting on 14%, and Cedar Rapids' penalty kill is at 89, so we can take advantage. They're not up in the top echelon, so if we can take advantage and get one here, get within a 4-goal game.
We got all our points out there right now. That's Warwick. That's Hobbs. Circles, looks. Hobbs, the right-hander from Dowling. He's the captain. Shovels one through. Trickled aside where Warwick had a quick look at it. Now he gathers off the back of his blade. Cooker plays it furthermore to May. May goes work behind the net. It's a Valley left-hander. May shovels it to Warwick, who stepped up to play the wing. Checks it furthermore in the corner to May. Topples it back over to Warwick. They play catch in the corner, still no shots. That's Hobbs. Top, tee, fans. Here comes Cedar Rapids. A 2-on-1 if they hurry. Warwick hustles, front of that man. Good look there. And a good pass. Cedar Rapids winger in, unable to convert. Had it on the back of his blade with an open net. Unable to make it. And now they've tackled Hobbs at center ice in a pretty good confrontation. And they're wheeling and dealing again in the slot. Able to control it. Play it all the way back. Along the wing. Grabbed by May. Back front of his blade. May in the corner, he looks. Leafs look to pinch and get something going. Kelty joins the fray. This will escape the zone. Now Cedar Rapids is loose on a one-on-one. Evans with a nifty save. Evans stood him down. Good work by Jack. Stayed on his feet just long enough to get the stick on the right side. Thwart that goal. Or we were at 6-0 and a sure demise. Good work by the DCG junior. Stern in the point. Shovels to the corner. Goodnow. Giving up. One-timer. Slap now sent just outside the zone. This is Stern. The right-hander. Outlet to Goodnow. Taken off his feet and then some. Riley jumped right back up, though. Good work by the race car. He'll head to the bench, though. He took a shot there. Storfield. Flutterer.
Oh,
and he got it in! Dorfield played a knuckleball from the... I mean, it looked like a knuckleball from back here.
It was a knuckler there.
Yeah.
I mean, it went up and went down and kind of went back up and got the goalie to, even the speed of it, kind of crossed up the goalie, so he was able to, just flick it to the net and good things are going to happen. But, get this thing to 5-1, at least get you some life.
That looked no different than a catcher calling for a pitch.
Yep.
And the pitcher throwing a knuckleball.
Right.
He had no idea where it was going. Dorfield plays a knuckler from the corner. 5-1 now. Leafs have drawn to within 4. It's kind of we set as a goal from the start of this period. Get to a 5-2, 5-3. Well, 5-3 would really be a game.
Yeah.
Get this thing to 5-2, you're at least you got a puncher's chance.
Yeah, if you can get this to a 5-3 game at the end of the period, that second period or that third period, then all of a sudden that's a whole different game.
Earmark the save by Evans.
Yep.
30 seconds before the knuckleball by Dorfield. If we make it all the way back. That's the upstart of this one. Center ice, face off.
So we have some technical difficulties with the clock here. So
reluctant to put the one goal up for the Leafs too, I've noticed.
But they're putting 17 more minutes on the clock.
We'll take as many as we can get.
Yeah.
Let's play 4 periods. We might get back into this one. Hender will draw it. Cooker to his left. It's Mink to his right. It's Dorfield and Stern on the fence. These are 5 Leafs on the ice. Down 5-1. But the knuckleballer by Dorfield, after the great save by Evans, has given us hope. Point. Slid in. Still in front. Kicked aside by Evans with the stick. Hender goes to work in the corner. He's rubbed off, but he's still after it. Scrum ensues over the right shoulder of Evans and broken away and cleared by Stern, but given up dangerously in front. Now we got a whistle and a stop and play after Evans made a nice point-blank save. Boy, that stop and play there had to be frustrating for Cedar Rapids. They were 6 feet from the goal, Coach.
Yeah, but
with puck in hand.
Evans, kicked the bar off and get that stoppage of play and get it reset. So
made a save and kicked it off. A wily veteran, the junior, Jack Evans. Leafs control. Springer along the board. See if they can get there, and they can. Done. The racy one, back of his blade, unable to get there. Closed off, centering pass, unable as well. Great feed from the Leafs on that planned play. Been a trademark here for the last couple of years. Nifty one there. They got the racy one done free. He's unable to beat the goaltender. Looked like he tried the 5-hole late. Had trouble gathering it. That puck was on its edges. Nevertheless, Leafs with a good look. Now they got May Leafs on the left end. He'll circle. Centering pass. Led down front. Top, a one-timer, man. That thing was hammered. Is that Hobbs?
Yeah, that was Hobbs.
And he came in with a blazer from the right wing.
That was a good shot, just nice and low, and just was in the belly, no traffic. But if there was a rebound that kicks off on that one, we had support there for that. So at least we're getting more pressure towards the net and getting some work for the goaltender.
Merrick and Warwick will play defense for the Leafs. That's May, Hobbs, and Dunn on the front line. These are 5 Leafs on the ice. The boys in blue down 5-1, but starting to throw some punches back here early in the second. See if they can continue on. Dumped in by Cedar Rapids. They go to work behind the net. Tackled on by Warwick as he surveys. Now he steals and sends to Hobbs. Hobbs with a wraparound pass. May couldn't find it between his skates, and Cedar Rapids loose as they wheel and deal. And they dump and they look again. Good extra pass by Cedar Rapids there. Still front, tapped. Evans up to the challenge. Slid over. Looks handy. 36. Back they come. Tapped by May. Here he comes again. Hobbs will get a change before he continues on. Evans watches that one go aside. Leafs get an offensive zone face-off. It'll happen at the 10:03 mark here in the second period. They find themselves down 5-1, but have landed some blows after the Dorfield knuckleball.
Right, and can we win this face-off? Can we get a quick shot, off the face-off and see if we can't, get some will down there and, do a rebound and a second chance.
Stood handy by Stern. Front of the net again. Lost between the skates momentarily by the Cedar Rapids defenseman, unable to do so. Circled back and sent in on a good effort by Barton. He's there again. Barton short side. Caught the side of the net. It's going to get almost outside the zone, but wrapped around in a good effort again by the Leafs as they look like they are playing with desperation as they should. Long outlet attempt by Cedar Rapids caught in the red line. They'll dance to the blue. Finds a lot of Oak Leafs in traffic. Unable to continue on. Thwarted on the blue line. Sent furthermore by Kelty. Shoveled again. To Kelty unable to control it inside his blue line. Dumped. Good no to all fours. Unable to get there as well. Now Cedar Rapids controls as they work from left to right. Great outlet pass. It's a one-on-one. Look out. Chipped it over the net. Evans looked like he cut off the angle. Winger for Cedar Rapids sent one over the top of the net, and then that one finally escapes the zone. And at the 8:59 mark here in the second period, we have a stop and play.
Yeah, Cedar Rapids is doing the same type of things that we were been trying to do, the big stretch passes and really extend that ice. We got to make sure we keep track of those guys. Keep your head on a swivel. Make sure you know where everybody's at, and count in your head of numbers, white jerseys that you see.
Back in the corner to go. Now gathered and controlled by Cedar Rapids. As they played along the red line. Intercepted and caught by Warwick. Neutral zone battles and infractions incur. Cooker got his stick on the puck now for the first time. It's Hender off the back of his blade. Unable to advance it. It's Warwick. Tap to Cooker. He'll skate it and dump it in. 8:20 mark here. Down 5-1. Needs something quick. Good bounce. Mink had a chance at it. Warwick. Flutterer. That's going to escape and sent to the left side of the goal. Still in front. Choppy. Awkward look. Looked like Cooker got the back front of his blade on it as he was racing. Hender also in on that little offensive exchange. We'll get a stop and play at the 8:07 mark here. Leafs will garner an offensive zone face-off. It'll happen to the left of the goaltender for Cedar Rapids as you look at it on your YouTube screen from right to left. Hobbs will take the draw. It's May and Dunn to his left and right. Dorfield and Stern in defense. Those are your 5 Leafs on the ice. Hobbs. He'll tap it in and chase it. Well done. And confront it. Well, May. Not enough to keep it in. Dorfield's stick able to throw it in momentarily. Now sent back to where Hobbs has it. Tries to send it cross ice. Send Dunn loose free on that open ice. Unable to do so. 18-9 shots on goal. 5-1 on the big board. Cedar Rapids has dominated in both categories. Leafs had a moment of resurgence here to start this period. Now it looks like Cedar Rapids has leveled things off. Stern, red line, tap it in. Behind the net it goes. Goaltender will send it back, and Cedar Rapids will try it from left to right. And green, black breezers, white tops, black numbers. Got some Kelly green in those unis as well. Having a good night here at home in front of the home folks. Steered into the corner and a good forecheck. Not enough to continue on. Now Cedar Rapids will race it. They'll ask for the blue. They'll get it. They'll dance around the defenseman and go into the corner. Now behind the net they go. Stern rides his man into the corner on a good physical play. But he dances. He's there again. Missed the net on the short side. Evans seemed to see it the whole way. Glove out and all on the right side. But it's still Cedar Rapids, and we need more Oak Leafs. Kelty, back of his blade. Shovels it back in on goal. Leafs will dump and chase here. 6:20 to go. Into the corner they go. Checked. Warwick. Tapped all the way into the corner and all the way behind the net. Goodnow the first to the puck. Sent to the wing. Played in by Warwick. Deflected by Goodnow. Unable to get there. Hender. Kelty now in a wrestling match in the corner. Hender joins the fray. Unable to break it out. Cedar Rapids along the wing. Outlet, not going to find anybody, and for all intents and purposes is going to find an icing, and it does. 5:40 left in the second, over halfway done. Leafs down 5-1.
Yeah, and Cedar Rapids they're doing a good job in the defensive zone, just keeping everything on the outside, not giving us anything to work with, any room in the middle, and really, keeping under control of their house and keeping things to the outside. And so somehow we got to be able to move the puck a little bit quicker, a little bit smoother, to be able to create a little bit more of offensive opportunities.
Looking to break the zone is Cedar Rapids. That's Mink. Looks to wrestle it. He's got it again up the front of his blade. Stays with it. Gets nearly beheaded to the left of the goaltender for Cedar Rapids. It's kind of an awkward shot. High in the body to Mink, I thought. It's Warwick. He'll skate it. Tap to the blue. Send it wide. Wrestled into the corner. Unable to advance it. Step up by Stern. Giving up chance. Slot. Back of the blade. Warwick. Glove save Cedar Rapids. Good work by Warwick. Got himself loose and in the slot.
That was a good job, just taking a crease and taking what it was given, and then not trying to turn and try to take a shot on your forehand, but taking that backhand shot, that's sometimes tough for a goalie to read on how those things are going to come off. Goalie did a good job squaring up and making a glove save.
It's Dunn, May, and Hobbs in the front line. Stern and Dorfield on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs in the ice as they move from right to left. Hobbs trying to get there. Unable to do it. Kicked aside now and open along the left wing of Cedar Rapids. Short side. Evans able to smother that. Stop it. It'll garner a defensive zone faceoff. It'll happen to the right of Evans at the 4:39 mark here in the second period. Shots on goal now are at 19-10 in favor of Cedar Rapids, the Rough Riders. They'll move in and take the draw. Draw one by Hobbs, sent along the boards. Be a race to it. That found the bench. One of the 2 benches, either the Oak Leafs or the Rough Riders bench. We'll bring it back and try it again. To the right of Evans. Last 4 minutes here in the second period. Get the feeling that the Leafs are going to crawl back into this one. They need one now. Tapped out of the air. Looked like they saw the play coming. Confronted again. Front of that now steered to the side. Along the wing they go. Played again into the wing. Tapped in offside. Leafs will be able to skate it. Wrestle off the puck. Cedar Rapids has the luxury of nothing but time kind of house money in their hands, if you will, Coach. They don't have to force the issue, and if they've got a chance to kill 20 seconds, they look to be able and willing to do it.
Yeah,
done.
And that was all built from the very beginning of the game. That first period. Now it's everything for them is just keep everything in the outside, keep the Oakleafs to the outside, tie up everything up in the middle, and take all those things away and make it really tough for the Oakleafs.
They'll smother the puck. We'll get an offensive zone face-off. At the 3:43 mark here in the second period, Leafs looking for any kind of offense they can get here now. It's Kelty and Barton and Goodnow on the front nine. It's Warwick and Merrick on defense. These are 5 Leafs on the ice. Now it's given up. Snapper Evans kicks that one into the net over his shoulder and to his left. 20-10 now. They doubled up the shots on goal.
And I think Jack has, since coming into the game, has done really well for himself. You come in, you replace. He didn't start the game, and so your mentality, might be a little bit different in preparation for the game. And then you're coming in, you give up a goal, which could be expected. Coming in cold like that. But he's really settled in and has played very really well for us.
Made a big save there at the end of the last period. Try to keep us in it. Warwick with a blazer over the net. Short side again. Tucked in now, Stothered, and stopped by Cedar Rapids goaltender.
We're getting the opportunities to shoot the puck, and we're having traffic out front, but we're shooting a little bit too much elevated. Just everything's got to be low because it's going to be in this direction that are going to beat this goaltender or some type of rebound. And the only way that you can create those is it's got to be low.
Offensive zone faceoff. May controls along the wing. Scrum ensues to the left of the goaltender as he looks at it for Cedar Rapids. They use the wide side, the far side of the ice to clear it. Hobbs will send it back to the point. Try to get it back to Hobbs. Now have to race to resurge that. He won't be able to do so. Cedar Rapids now go to work in the offensive zone. Played all the way across. Merrick shovels it to May. Sent back to Merrick. Outlet to Hobbs. Hobbs will skate it. He'll dump it to Dunn. Dunn, chance, short side. Had the goaltender beat. Unable to convert, went right over the top of him. Soft one shoveled in. Now Cedar Rapids is loose. Shoveled one, had the open side of the net. Back of the blade, missed it. 2-minute mark here in the second period. Played all the way back around. Into the corner. Extra pass by Cedar Rapids, thwarted by Warwick. He sends it furthermore now. The goal is again off its kilters. We're going to stop and play at the 1:50 mark here in the second period. So our lofty goals of 5-3.
Right.
Looks like it's hard to get. 5-2 still attainable. 5 unanswered goals by Cedar Rapids in the first period. The Leafs have won this period 1-0. We just worried about at the time was the damage too deep. Based on the response, looked like it may have been. Although the Leafs have played much better in the second period. Kicked aside by Evans. Behind the net they go. Leafs look to break it from right to left. The circle send it all the way around. Back in the corner they go. They're in front. Played along the wing. Tapped. Sent out by Cooker. Able to at least break the zone and send it all the way back down. Cedar Rapids now control from left to right. Blue line. Again. Swatted by Dorfield. Still in front with a chance. Tucked in front, but no further by Cooker as they look and wheel deal. Have their way on a short side pass. Inside. Now they go to work along the wing. Gathered and skated. Momentarily is all by Mink. having trouble getting something going here, the boys in blue. 41 seconds to go. Having a lot of trouble to get in out of their defensive zone. Finally in duress, Dorfield steps up and sends it aside. A lot of trouble there getting it out, Coach.
Yeah, and that's just created by good positioning and anticipation by Cedar Rapids. You know, they stay spread out and you know, good one-on-one battles, and they're fast to the puck, and when you have that combination, it's tough to work out of.
Defensive zone faceoff. With 33 seconds to go here in the second period. Warwick tries the racer. Didn't get the bounce he wanted. Hobbs was the lead man on that effort. Unable to happen. Along the wing. They tap it in. Still in front. Cedar Rapids going to press right up to the end of the second period, looks like. And they lead 5-1. Chipped along the boards. Confrontation ensues. 8:76 left to go here in the second period. Cedar Rapids one-timer almost finished that thing off. They're there again. And the second period comes to a close. With Cedar Rapids leading 5-1 on the big board, they lead 22-11 in shots on goal, and they lead in nearly every momentum issue we could ever say.
Yeah, and you know, we won the second period as far as the score went.
Sure did.
You know, they still outshot us in the second period. You know, and that could be, you know, Cedar Rapids might be playing a little bit different in that second period, knowing they had a 5-goal lead. They didn't have to continue to press, or you know, they played a little bit more relaxed, which makes it a little bit different. But we did play better. Goaltending was a lot better in the second period. You know, Jack still had to make some crucial saves to just kind of keep this at bay. You know, 5-1. But these are, you made them going in the right direction. And playing with some heart and playing with some pride, and continuing to work on things to propel you for the third period and then beyond as we work into the later part of our season.
So when we resume in the third period, it'll be Cedar Rapids up 5-1 at home here in Cedar Rapids. Rough Rider hockey having their way thus far, but the Leafs still got 15 minutes to go. We'll be back. Dan Kinney, Andrew Reed. This is Des Moines Oak Leafs hockey. How's it going over there? All right, that's the buzzer, and we're back up and on it for the third and final period. Des Moines Oakley's hockey. Des Moines Oakley, Cedar Rapids, Rough Riders. Rough Riders got off to a quick to say the least, 5-0 start. 5-1 here to start the third. They lead 22-11 shots on goal. Leafs will be working from left to right here in all blue. Blue Breezers, blue tops, gold numbers. Cedar Rapids, black Breezers, white tops, outlined in green and black numbers. And Coach, it's got to happen quick if it's going to happen at all.
Well, yeah, it's, you look at the time and you look at the number of goals you need to get this thing tied up. It's 1 goal every 4 minutes. If you look at it that way, not too bad. I mean, but does it work out that way is another question.
Good save by Evans to start it. And even a better save by Evans.
That may not be the start that we're looking for, though.
No, a couple of peppered shots.
In 11 seconds, they get 2 shots.
The last one was a laser. I'm not sure how Jack. I think he might have got his glove on it.
I think it went off his arm, right?
Yeah, to send it up. But, I mean, he took 2 hard shots to begin. We're at the 16:49 mark here in the third. Credit Evans with 2 great saves to start the third and final. Now he watches an defensive zone face-off to his left. Broken out by the Leafs. That's Hobbs, the right-hander. Captain. Shoveling in front. Awkward. Still there. Smothered at the very end. Dunn was in front. Looked like he was poking at it. Leafs able to flip the ice. Get an offensive zone face-off. Lapping as they look out to the left of the goaltender. Doubled up in shots on goal.
Right now, we've gotten a shot every 8 seconds, so let's keep that route going. Maybe not Cedar Rapids. I don't want their rate to be the same as ours, but if we can get, things to the net and see if we can't just pop one thing in.
Loose along the left wing. Escaped and went to the left side of Evans' glove. Now tucked back in, Leafs moving back quickly. Dunn, wrapper on beauty to May. What a great feed by Dunn. One-timer to May was a nifty shot. Didn't pay dividends, but was one of the best looks that group has had tonight. Just off the outstretched arms of Hobbs. Tapped in and kept in by May on a pesky stick. Not enough to keep it in. Now Cedar Rapids is loose. Poised and controlled. That was a nice play. Great feed in front. They gathered, caught it. Tried to backhand it past Evans. He was up to the challenge. Now chipped to the blue line. It's able to get there. No, it's not. Kept in. Played in front. Into the corner along the right wing. Centering pass. Unimpeded. 15:37 mark here in the third. Cedar Rapids controls now along the wing. Great feed in the middle. Just missed their man. Look like they're picking their spots here a little bit, Coach.
Yeah, well, they're taking it to the outside, and as we're focused to the puck carrier, they're sneaking up behind and going hard to the net, and they're just kind of going ahead and just kind of putting the puck out there to see if they can get a tip in a misdirection.
Slot point now. They look again. Kicked aside by Evans. Steered with the stick to his right. Try to get Mink loose here on the wing. He looks to continue on. Broken up, they send it behind their goaltender. Along the wing they work. Leafs look to forecheck, force something loose. Unable to do so. They escape it. They get it to the red. They stop and pause, where Merrick helps to thwart the effort. Mink as well. Chopped to the blue line. 14:38 in the third. Leafs down 5-1. Need something quickly. Tackled now left in the offensive zone. Slot chance, Evans, glove save. Be a defensive zone faceoff as Jack looks at it. It'll happen to his left. At the 14:38 mark in the third and a stop and play.
Yeah, right now when we get the puck deep and we get 2 forecheckers down, they're beating our 2 forecheckers, and then we're not able to cover the outside wings. Our third guy's staying kind of in the middle, third guy high, which is fine. But if we get 2 guys down low and they beat both guys, then one guy's uncovered, and then it's an easy transition for Cedar Rapids to get out.
May wrestles with it in the corner. Merrick chops one in. Hobbs will engage. Back of his blade. Looks to fight with him. Unable to do so. Cedar Rapids escape along their left wing. Now they'll continue on. Good confrontation there by Dunn. He's able to force it free momentarily. Not the puck now caught off the skates. Look to dance, and Merrick looks to pick up the pieces. Along the wing, snapper. Evans kicks that one aside. Now sent furthermore along and stabbed ahead where Dunn looks to get free. Unable to do so. Hobbs tries to foul it up, send it into the defensive zone. Unable to do so as well. A wrapped around and sent right on the stick of Evans. And the Leafs will try it again from left to right in all blue. This Stern. Good outlet. Missed his man Hobbs. Deflected enough to thwart the icing call. And the Leafs will get a change to see if they can press the issue here. 13-19 mark in the third. Front. Chopping chance there momentarily by Barton. He's there again. Off the back of his blade. It's be wrestled. We'll get a stop and play at the 13:08 mark. Need a spark. Need some sort of a shot out there, don't we, Coach?
Right, we do need a little bit of a spark, and then from the spark we need a firework. You know, something to explode just to get us going. And
Barton will center the puck as he looks at the goaltender over his right eye. Goodnow and Kelty flank him. Dorfield and Stern on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs on the ice as they move from left to right. Back behind the net it goes. Front of the net, Goodnow had a late swipe at it. Unable to get anything on it. Splitting the defense is the winger for Cedar Rapids as he races it in, carries it all the way in. Dorfield wrestles with him over the right shoulder of Evans. This gets to the point. Slides in, deflected, look out, extra pass, extra shot, extra rebound. 6-1, Rough Riders.
Yeah, and Rough Riders just swarming the net. You know, a nice low shot. Jack was able to make the initial save, and as he's searching for the puck, kind of kicks it out to the kind of right of him, and you know, Cedar Rapids is just closing the door, and you know, basically you just got 3 Hornets just going all over the place in front of that net, and they're very active.
Played a good game tonight. Definitely have the Leafs number tonight. Stolen by Mink in the offensive zone. Shovels one through, he's there again, he got him. Mink forced a steal, then was able to gather it, control himself, poise himself in the slot, beat the goaltender over his left shoulder, and the Leafs are able to get this one to 6-2 at the 12:34 mark here in the third. Good effort by the Hoover sophomore, the right-hander.
And that's good for that line, you know, just to kind of get a little bit of a spark for them as we progress into the later part of the season. And we're going to need, you know, that spark from this group of guys here at the forward, and start, you know, being able to find ways to get puck behind the opponent's goaltender.
Short side shot. Back in the corner goes Hender as he goes to work along the wing. Unable to get it in. Good save by Evans again. They had some speed along the right wing. Jack forced to stand that one down. Low one trickled in. Good defensive zone faceoff will happen as he looks at it to his left. 30-15 now. Shots on goal. So the goaltenders for the Leafs have seen their fair share of shots in it, haven't they, Coach?
They have, and we're just not able to minimize. But you know, Cedar Rapids plays fast, and they move the puck fast, and so those shots are coming at a high rate against you. So
Dunn looks to dance, given to May. May behind the net. To Dorfield, slides one in, deflected momentarily by Dunn, unable to get there. If you can get this to 6-3 by the 10-minute mark, you never know. They press into the corner. Shoveled now. Dorfield looks to catch it out of the air. Now he's got to pick up the pieces. Left dangerously in front in the slot. Short side, Evans stepped up way out to get that one. Jack way out of his comfort zone, almost needed to do so. Smeared that one with his right shoulder. Sent it to his right and into the corner. Kept this at a 6-2 game. Dumped by Dorfield. As Leafs look to break the zone. Giving up now in their offensive zone. In the front dangerously, short side. Trickles aside. Got through the crease on Evans. Might have got a piece of it. Slider, front chance. No one there to pick up the pieces again. But Cedar Rapids is there and peppering. 6-2. It's all Rough Riders. Slid in front. Just slid by an open net again. Stern Suns went high along the glass. It's going to come all the way back down. Controlled by the defenseman for Cedar Rapids now as they'll move from right to left. They'll poke it in. As Evans looks at it over his right shoulder. Orwick confronts. Now gathered by Stern. Stern to Hobbs. Lays one into Barton. Barton chops it in. He'll continue in the dump and chase. Goodnow closest to the puck. Riley pins his man against the wall. See if he can get something going. Look at clear it out. Comes all the way to the point. Able to keep it in a good active stick and skate work by Merrick, the newfound defenseman tonight. Filling in for Levi Butler on one of those points. That's Goodnow. A little late to the puck. Back comes Cedar Rapids. Plays it to himself along the wall and along the left wing. Behind their net they go. We get a whistle. Stop and play. The 9:46 mark here in the third with the Rough Riders leading 6-2. And the Oak Leafs are going to find a man in the penalty box.
Yeah,
it's going to be Will Kelty.
Will Kelty had a roughing call. Kind of a little scrum there behind the net. And so we'll go on to a penalty kill. Not what you want when you're down 6-2 and trying to find a way to battle back into this. But see what we do on this penalty kill. See if we be aggressive. I imagine we need time to be aggressive and take some chances.
Rise pest control penalty kill. 2 minutes to kill on the penalty to Kelty. Cedar Rapids finds themselves up 6-2 with a one-man advantage. Sent back into the corner. Now controlled. They'll control on their wing. They'll move it to the point. Crossing route. Caught. So they continue to play catch, but with no shots. Down and below. Pestered by Hobbs. Now behind the net, they work from the back of their blade. Still no shots. In front of the net. Now they'll take one. It's a good rebound and a shot. Good save by Evans. Kicked out. Minute 10 seconds to go in the one-man advantage. First step won by the Leafs. Hinder and Mink on the front line. It's Warwick and Hobbs in defense. Those are your four Leafs on the rise. Pest control penalty kill. Extra pass in front. Evans uses his stick to keep that out of his danger spot. It's finally kicked all the way back down. See what the Leafs can do here. Draw an icing call. Good penalty kill as far, Coach.
Yeah, good penalty kill. We're keeping them on the outside, but I also think, Cedar Rapids is just going to continue to move it. When they get in the offensive zone, they're trying to look for somebody going to that back door. And they're just waiting for that one opportunity. If it was a 3-2 game, I think they would probably be looking for shots from elsewhere. But I think they're looking for that just one.
Cedar Rapids breaks the zone. Tip now stolen. This is Hinder, the left-hander from Ankeny. Unable to continue on. Tried to split the defense, unable to do so. Now an arrow played the other way where Cedar Rapids goes to work behind their own net. Circle, point, look, dance, slot, leaves it in the corner. They're in no hurry. Sent all the way, and this will escape the zone. Again, Cedar Rapids in no hurry here as both penalties come to a close and both teams are at full strength. 7:40 mark here, the third and final 6-2. That shot went to the left side of Evans, low and on the stick side. Rebound came all the way to his right. Before they look at it, Dorfield able to thwart the effort, send it to May, who wants to race it along the blue line. Takes the red, he dumps it to the other blue, but not enough to continue on. Cedar Rapids has speed along the wing. They dance, they stop, they look. Snapper, Evans, kicks that one high into the air. Saw it the whole way. Another low one, Evans kicks with the stick side behind the net. Take it off his wheels in the defensive spot. Are the Leafs now giving up on an awkward exchange in front? They're right there again. Able to wheel and deal it. 35-15 now, shots on goal. And Cedar Rapids getting close to that 40 mark. A good home effort by them. Came out quick in the first. Leafs have never been able to find their footing and get back into this one, although they did win the second period, and at this point are in a stalemate in the third. That's Hobbs, traps his man in the corner. Penalty coming up. We'll see what we got as someone's on their back for the Oakleys behind the net. It's Tyler May. Sort this one out.
Yeah, we'll see what the call is here. So it looks like we'll go on to a power play and with Cedar Rapids getting 2 minutes for interference.
So 6:31 left. The Leafs are going to go on a Ankeny Auto Body power play. They're down 6-2, desperately in need of a goal to get themselves back in it. Several to make themselves actually in contention. Hobbs will work it from the top. Done. Deflected in front. Man able to steer it in. Confronted and pinned in. Furthermore, Warwick presses the issue. To Hobbs at the top. It's Hobbs again. Tees it up. Laser. Glove save. Offensive zone face-off. 1.5 minutes left in that one. I know generally, Coach, you want to make sure you get a good shot here on the penalty kill, but you're down 6-2 6 minutes ago. The more shots, the merrier, right?
I think right now is where you start. You got to press it and take shots whenever you can get them. You want to make quick passes, get them running, and then set it up where you get traffic in front.
Offensive zone face-off to the left of the goaltender. Leafs working in their offensive zone. Pinch by Warwick off the back of now front of his blade. He turns and skates and controls it. Now he's got it again in the wing. They play it to Hobbs at the top, the right-hander from Dowling. It's Warwick, the right-hander from Johnston. Hobbs, the right-hander from Dowling. Warwick, one-timer. Let that one sail. Unable to get there. Dunn able to control it and send a nice one to Hobbs. Good play by Dunn to control that. Send it in. Hobbs dances at the top of the key. Looks, plays a slider. One-timer Cooker on a follow-up. Cooker found a juicy one. Turn, let one loose. Goaltender for Cedar Rapids up to the challenge. That leaves 1 minute flat left on the one-man advantage. 5.5 in the game.
So we got a few good looks there and a couple shots within the first minute of this power play. Can we get another one where we get the goalie moving and maybe something backdoor?
Hobbs along the right point. Slider, backside slider that looked like a design play. Almost had him. Now Cedar Rapids finds themselves in the offensive zone. Short-handed but dancing. Play that one over the net. Over the top of Evans. Short side, they try tucking it in. Warwick ties his man up. Only 40 seconds left on the one-man advantage. The Ankeny Auto Body power play for the Leafs.
Yeah, that last opportunity there with Hobbs, kind of going to the weak side shot. It wasn't intended to be on net. Trying to get May on that back door, and I think that was the right look. Things that you want to be looking for, especially on that power play.
Hobbs. Cascaded. Tackled and taken from him. Warwick. Back of his blade up front, behind the net. Warwick. To the top to Hobbs. Chops back to Warwick. One-timer Hobbs lets one go. Glove side and low. All the way back to the point, now the wing. Dunn. Stops. Thinks better of it. Shoveling pass. Caught traffic. Tackled. Great catch by Warwick at the point. One-timer glove save again by the Cedar Rapids goaltender. Leaves a mere 8 seconds on the one-man advantage. We'll garner an offensive zone face-off, but not much more left than a draw on a shot here, Coach, in the power play.
And on a more shot, it was nice and low, but we just weren't able to get any sticks on it. It needed to be deflected some way to get it elevated. The goaltender for Cedar Rapids is playing an excellent game today and is on, so it has to be a deflection of some sort or a catch and looking for a quick pass to the weak side to beat him tonight.
Barton, Kelty, and Goodnow on the front line. That's Dorfield and Stern in defense. Those are your 5 Leafs in the ice. That's Dorfield who looks to try to get it out of the zone. Kelty will snare it. Played along the wing. Tapped head further by Barton. Nothing doing. Cedar Rapids back in their offensive zone. Chopped into the air, now controlled by Cedar Rapids. Good extra pass along the wing. Short side one-timer. Set up pretty well. Unable to convert. Jack looked to be up to the challenge as well. Now they're along the wing. Slider Evans saw it, used the glove and the forearm, snared that thing, stopped it at the 3:51 mark here in the third and final. Barring a miracle, Police are going to leave Cedar Rapids with a loss. And looking at the next one, Coach, what do we got?
Well, we'll be getting back at practice this week, and then we got the Capitals coming up on Thursday.
Thursday night.
The fourth and final game of the season versus them, and you know, we've had some pretty good games against them, and you know, the last time we played the Caps, you know, we had a lead going deep into the game, and ended up losing. And so, you know, this go around, I think, you know, hopefully we can play a complete game and see what happens.
Cedar Rapids now control at center ice, trying to split the defense. They control. Send a shot to Evans' glove side. Now one-timer, and Evans sees that the whole way. Teed it up along the point. Jack gathered it with his glove. We'll get a defensive zone face-off at the 3-minute mark here in this one. 37-20 shots on goal in favor of Cedar Rapids. 6-2 on the big board, as they get a much-needed win here tonight as they look to advance up this board.
Well, and they're chasing the Capitals, and so, you know, after this game, they're going to be big fans of ours, I think, for Thursday night. Is they're, you know, Capitals are 4 and they're 5 right now. You know, and with these 2 points, they just kind of inch a little bit closer. But, you know, Capitals have a couple games to play against, or a couple games to play. But if, you know, if we can, you know, beat the Capitals, that helps out Cedar Rapids. So we'll gain some fans after this game's over.
It's Mink behind the net. Cooker. Mink to Cooker. Mink on the short side. Trickled in front. That spent some time in the crease, no question about it. But a whistle and a stop and play. They'll do it again. Mink and Cougar played some catch. Almost got some activity there. Hender will take the draw. Cougar to his right, Mink to his left. It's Merrick and Warwick on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs in the ice as they move from left to right. Jack Evans is your goaltender. 2:37 and counting here on a Saturday in Cedar Rapids. Tap now sent aside. Front of the net, extra pass was thwarted by Merrick. Now he looks to skate it. Giving up now. As Mink looked to continue on, he was able to do so. He's canceled out. Cedar Rapids controls now inside the blue line, and they look to dance again along the left wing. Poked and prodded by Merrick. Gathered on a back check by Hobbs. Sent free by Dunn. He's got Hobbs to his left. Dunn, Hobbs just missed him on the back of his blade. Sent all the way to the blue line. Back they come. Under 2 minutes to go. Thwarted by some good defense by the Leafs. Hobbs with a good outlet. Caught momentarily with May crashing. Goaltender for Cedar Rapids comes way out of his net to stop and thwart that one. Good to stop and play. We'll garner an offensive zone face-off, and it'll happen at the 1:40 mark here in the third with the stop and play. Dunn will take the draw. One-timer Hobbs. Slithers behind the net. May is there again. Tries to play it to the point. No one there to pick up the pieces, and the Leafs left to sort this one out from left to right. Stern skates it. Played to center ice. Good little outlet. Now Hobbs has his hands on this one. Plays it off the back of his blade. Too many defenders for Cedar Rapids. They'll skate it back the other way. Cedar Rapids look good tonight. Don't kid yourself. We came out to play and played a good game, haven't they, Coach?
Yeah, and even going into this season, I think we even talked about it the first time we played them that I think they were probably slated to be a top 3 team.
Yeah.
An opportunity to maybe even be the number 1 team in the league, and they're playing like it tonight. So they're going to be a tough test. If we have to see them in the end of the year tournament when we make it. But this loss doesn't hurt our chances. We just got to then continue to move on and take care of business and win the games that we're supposed to. So the big games, are going to be the 2 against Dubuque, the 2 against Cedar Rapids, and the 2 against Mason City. Those are the games that you can't let those ones slip away.
Cedar Rapids looks assaulted away. 9.87 seconds left. And the Oakleys are going to come on here and get a split today. JV going to catch the first game 4-2. And Cedar Rapids going to win the varsity game 6-2. They're going to win this one shots on goal 37-22. Take a 5-0 lead from the first period on. Play pretty much even hockey as far as the goals scoring goes the rest of the way, but too much too early. Cedar Rapids takes out the Leafs tonight, Coach.
Yeah, if you kind of go back to the last game, we beat them 6-3. They beat us 6-2. If this would have been an overnight trip, and we had a big win last night, and they won this one today, I think it would have been a successful trip in our eyes. And so, getting the split against Cedar Rapids is still huge. That win coming over here is two big points when it comes to the end of the year. Didn't like the way we started this game, but it's going to be a long bus ride back. Thinking about the start, but now you go back. You can't change anything, and you go back to work on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, get ready for the Capitals, and making sure that we don't have a start like this against the Caps, and see if you can't get 2 points out of them, because that would be huge dividends for us, especially in the seeding purposes, or even just making the end of the year tournament.
It looks like our boss is breaking things down, so we need to get off the air.
Oh, I guess I got to make it back to the bus before it leaves, I guess.
Exactly.
So,
again, thanks for joining us tonight. Leafs split tonight. JV gets one 4-2. Varsity loses one 6-2. Dane Kinney, Andrew Wade signing off. Des Moines Oakleys hockey. We will see you on Thursday night as the rival, the Caps, come to town. Have a good night, everybody.